Okay, since we are shut down and we can't do anything, and it is a blizzard outside, I'm going to show you how to cast on. So what you want to do is you take your yarn and you want to have about a 6-inch tail, maybe a little bit longer. That's what they call a long cast on. And what I do is I reach in between so it forms like a triangle, loop around, and then it looks like P for perfect. Okay, so you have something that looks like this. Then push the forward yarn to the back and pull up. Now you have a slip knot. And to test it, you just can pull it and you can see it slides. Take your crochet hook, put it in the center, and I don't tighten it down. You don't want to reef on it because that's going to mess up your tension. Now to hold your yarn, there's a couple of different ways. Start from your finger and you can go down, and you think of it as the tensioner on a sewing machine. So it goes behind the, over the top of the pinky, over the top of this, behind all your fingers. I hold it with my thumb and middle finger, and then that's kind of your tensioner. Now what I often do is this, is a loop around. That's how I learned many years ago from my mother-in-law. It's probably, I know it's not what everybody does, but it's what's more comfortable for me. Find what's comfortable, but you have your crochet hook in your dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so it's going to be in my right hand. My feed yarn is going to be in my left hand. So as you can see, I'm holding that knot with my thumb and forefinger, and then I have a little tension right there. So basic terminology: yarn over, that means your hook goes to the back and you've got your hook right here, and pull through. That is stitch number 1 of your chain. Okay, you never count what's on your hook, you count what's down there. So yarn over, that means the hook goes to the back, comes to the front, and you're going to pull through. So that is 2 in your chain. Yarn over, pull through. 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to do a chain of 10. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there is your chain of 10. Now if you look at it, it looks like a braid. See how this looks like a little braid? On the other side, you're going to be able to see your yarn running through. Okay, it's important that you keep, when you start chaining, here's your loop still, here is the beginning loop, here's where you started your chain, so it looks like a nice braid. Okay, and then just grasp up. Now I'm going to show you how to do a single crochet. Do not count what's on your hook, skip that stitch right there, go to your next stitch, yarn over, oh excuse me, don't yarn over, go into, skip that stitch right there, go to this one right here, go in through that top loop, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 2 loops. Okay, pull through. That is a single crochet. So go to the next, yarn over, or excuse me, don't yarn over. I'm trying to do a double crochet. We don't want to do that. You're going to go into the loop, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again, yarn over and pull through. That's 2 single crochets. So go in, yarn over, pull through, you have 2, yarn over again, pull through. So I'm going to go to the end of the row, so insert your hook in that top loop, So you have 2 loops right there. Yarn over, pull up, or pull through, pull up. Now you have 2. Yarn over again, pull through. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So we've got, as you can see, 3 more stitches there, because I don't, where we started our chain right there, I don't ever count that. So we have 3 more. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops right there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn, you see, go in, yarn over, pull through. We have 2 loops, pull through. Now we're at the end of the row. If you go back and you count your stitches from the very first, okay, so how you count your stitches, now it looks like a little braid right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We started with 10, so we did exactly what we were supposed to. Since we skipped that very first stitch down here, which was the 10th, we have 9, so we did it right. Okay, and it kind of like looks like little hearts, as long as you remember that. Now, don't count this. We're going to chain up 3. So we're at the end of the row and we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Now, once you chain, the trick with crochet is you got to turn your work. You do that in knitting too, but you're going to turn your work. Even though this is a short row, we're going to turn it. So you flip it just like a page in a book. And for this, it's very short. When you're doing a blanket, you're like heave-hoing the whole thing, but you turn it. Now, I'm going to show you double crochet. So the first I showed you was a single crochet. Now, double crochet is also known as a treble, double treble in British, but we know it as a double crochet. So yarn over, we don't come right here. Well, actually, depending on your pattern, it can tell you to come right here or not. For the sake of this, I'm going to show you because it can be kind of tricky. So here is your chain of 3, and then there is your next stitch. Okay, so there's your chain, and here is your next stitch. Go between in that little V right there, and you're going to have 2 loops right there, and then this loop that you fed into, both loops that you fed into. Okay, so you're actually gathering up both of those, both the little heart loops right there, and then you're going to yarn over again, pull through, and you're going to have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops. Now you're going to have 2 more. Yarn over, pull through. Okay, let's do it again. So that's your first double crochet. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So we actually have 2 double crochets right here. So yarn over, insert your hook to the next stitch, which is right here. Make sure you get both loops. yarn over, pull through, and you have 3 loops. Yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops. Now you've got 2. Yarn over again, pull through. So there's your next double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into both the next loops of the next stitch, yarn over again, pull through. You've got 3, yarn over, pull through. So you still have 2, yarn over, pull through. Okay, let me get some more yarn here. And so we're going to continue, just watch. I'm going to continue. You can stop and watch anytime. Again, yarn over, insert into that next loop, because as you can see, I'm catching both. Yarn over, pull up, pull through, pull up, and you have 3. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, you'll have 1, yarn over, right back into the next, and you just keep doing this to the end of the row, and it just becomes muscle memory at that point. It's actually harder to explain than to actually do. Once you get to the end of the row, see, now look, you have to be careful because I just did it myself. I caught that first loop. You want to make sure you get both loops, okay, because it'll not look good. Yarn over, pull through, da, da, da. Then, now here we are at this stitch. It kind of looks like a mess. It's the end of the row. So pull through both of those, pull through, yarn over, pull through. You have 2, yarn over, pull through. Now, before you chain, go back and count your stitches. Okay? So there's our chain 3, there's our next. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I miscounted that, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at my end of my row right there. So we've got 9 stitches. We needed 9 stitches. We got that. You can also count the post right here. This is called a post, but I just count the little hearts. Now, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn your work. I'm going to show you one more basic stitch. It's called the granny stitch, and we can do it right here. I'm going to do 2 rows so you can see the pattern. For the first row of a granny stitch, okay, you have your chain right here. You're going to yarn over, and right at that next, right here at the base of the chain, there's that stitch. You're going to do a double crochet. Now, you're going to, you've got first row, you're always going to have the 2 double crochets. Then you're going to count 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and insert into that 3rd chain, or the 3rd stitch. Do a double crochet. Okay. Now, right in that same hole, see the hole, yarn over, go back in, do another double crochet, then repeat a 3rd time, all in that same hole. So you're going to have 3 double crochets in one stitch, and it gives you a little triangle. 1, 2, 3. Repeat again with it. 3 double crochets. It's all about muscle memory. Once you learn how to do a double crochet, that's like the foundation of most things you do in crochet. Okay, so did 3. Now 1, 2, and 3. So this one, because we didn't do enough stitches to begin with, I don't think, and this is normal. You're going to have sometimes a harder time with that end stitch. So come to the end, and we're going to do, because this is ending our little row. Okay, so we're at our 3rd stitch now. We're going to end our little row. So do a double crochet, do another double crochet, and that matches the end of this end of the row. Okay, so we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. Now this is row 2 of a granny stripe or a granny stitch. Okay, so with that being said, row 2, so we go two stitches to begin, 1 stitch. Now we've got these little holes. See these little holes? That's where you're going to place your next triangle. So yarn over, go to this triangle hole right here, pick up that whole area, yarn over, come back up, pull through. You have 2 loops, pull through. Then you're going to do 2 more. So there is 2 stitches, yarn over, come through, under. Now, so you got your chain, you got your first little triangle, then we're going to yarn over, and you're going to reach across and go in to the next big opening, and you're not going in between, you're going literally under it, like that. And you're going to pull up, and you have your 3, and you're going to do a double crochet, and then you're going to do another one, and then your 3rd. Yarn over, go to this next big hole, do another granny triangle. That's 3 double crochets in that one hole. Now to finish this row, whoops, now this happens, you have to watch it. I just split the yarn, no big deal. Just reach in, pull across, so you don't split your yarn. Splitting the yarn weakens the integrity, but it also kind of messes up your stitches. So you have your other little granny triangle, yarn over and go to the end here, and you're going to find the top of that stitch. Now sometimes that is just very difficult to do, but once you find the top, as you can see, I just found it, it's right there. You're going to insert into the 2 loops, so you have 2 loops right there, just like every other thing. I messed up. Yarn over, go in to that top stitch, yarn over, pull through, and you're only going to do 1 double crochet, and that matches this end, matches that end. Then you flip your work, and this is where your pattern repeats. Okay, so now we're essentially repeating row 1. Okay, and I'll show you. I forgot to chain up, so I flipped it back over, which that happens, don't worry. Chain 3. There's your chain 3. Turn, go right back, just like we did in row 1. Right there, you see? There's that chain. And you're going to work that pattern again. So find the big hole over here. So in this case, your big hole's over here. There's your 2 stitches, big hole over here, and you go in and you make your triangle. There. And then you do another one, and then another one, and you're going to finish off with 2.